Hey guys, it's Kaylee. I am back with another thrift haul. If you guys see me in this shirt a lot over the next week or so, it's because I have been thrifting like crazy this week. I think I have myself brought in over 300 items alone this week, maybe even close to 400. And so I really wanted to share with you guys what it is that I'm picking up because I've been able to get a lot of stuff for pretty cheap recently. And so I have a good mix of bread and butter, I have a good mix of style-based pickups, and I have a good mix of like really good bolos. So I really want to share everything that I got with you this week, which is not something I typically get to do. So yeah, if you see me in the shirt, it's because I'm doing a million thrift hauls tonight. So let's get into this because I do have a lot to film. I have 3 bags here. These all came from thrift stores, and I actually just happened upon some sales going on. So lots of cheaper items. There's a lot of bread and butter in this. There is a lot of plus size items, which you guys know has been, I don't want to say like the cornerstone or the foundation of my business because that's not true. We sell a lot more than plus size stuff, but we've definitely really got down the plus size pieces, and it is definitely one of our best selling categories in the store. So I call them like padding sales. They really pad our sales, all the bread and butter pieces, and definitely plus sizes are a majority of those items. So I've been enjoying sharing with you kind of like what I figured out in plus sizes, where I risk it, what factors I look for, and all of that. So let's dive into some of this. Like I said, a lot of it is plus sizes. All right. So first up, I paid $3 for this. This is CJ Banks. I've said it before in other videos, but I try to stick to 2X and up. If you check just the generic sell-through rate, if you look up 1X tops, 2X tops, 3X tops, 4X tops, and so on, you'll notice that the 1X tops have the lowest sell-through rate of them all. Once you get to 2X and 3X, your sell-through rate starts going up. So I generally don't pick up a lot of 1X pieces unless I feel that they're pretty decent. So this is a CJ Banks 1X top. And the reason I got this was because it was a little bit more substantial and very on trend. So it is 3/4 length sleeve. It is like a dark grungy floral, which is very trendy right now and will become even more trendy as we move into fall. You can barely see it, but it has some smocking detail right here. And it's kind of like a little peasant-y top as well. Even with all that, I'm still probably only going to list that for $25, which is where I will probably list most of these plus size items. This I paid $3 for as well. This is Jones & Co. This is a 100% linen 3X top, which I've mentioned before, but 3X is a really great size to pick up. It's a factor that definitely adds value in plus size pieces. This is a tunic pop over top in a really pretty like washed red color. I actually need to look up like an actual comp on this since it's linen and 3X. Jones & Co. isn't typically a brand that I get, but with those factors combined, I might be able to sell it more. My guess is $30 to $35 on that. This came out on a new rack, and there was like a guy reseller on it, and he was like going through it super quickly before I got there, and I was like, oh man, I'm probably not going to find anything. And then I looked and I found 2 really great pieces, so I'll show you those. I think again, people just get in such a frenzy when they're at the new racks that they just don't pay attention to details. But Rock Revival men's jeans, size 32, what a great size. These are in excellent condition, and I only paid $6 for these, which is cheaper than what I get them for at Goodwill, regular price. So that's awesome. Trying to look here. These are the style PD Slim Straights. I think these need washed. So I'm going to put these in a needs wash stack. But I, with Rock Revival jeans, always have to look up the style and the size to determine comps. But generally speaking, I can usually get at least $50 for ones in that good of condition. Okay, this came off of the same rack. Okay, these smell fine. It's just those jeans. I also found these pair of men's True Religion jeans. True Religion is making somewhat of a comeback because they are known for being like a Y2K brand. So I think their stuff has gotten a little better. I don't pick up everything. You definitely want to look it up. But these are a men's size large, and they are a jogger style sweatpant. Very thick. Logo on the back. Moto style. I need to do comps on this, but it should do pretty well. And let's see. I think I paid the same amount for these guys. Where'd it go? I paid $4.99 for these. I'm guessing I'll at least be able to get 35 bucks for this, but my gut wants to tell me about 50 for those. And that's, again, even though people are on the rack or maybe they've gone through the rack, doesn't mean you guys can't find great stuff. All right, this is Ralph Lauren. I said before, but most of my plus size pieces I list for about 25 bucks. Ralph Lauren ones I usually list a little bit higher because they do have a really good sell-through rate and generally go for more. I paid $3 for this one. I'm like smelling everything because I'm worried those jeans made them all smell weird. This is a bright multicolor, which is definitely going to add value in this brand. Smocked puff sleeve detail top. I'm probably going to list this one for 30 to 35, probably 30 because it's short sleeve. Ooh, this is such a good style-based pickup. Okay, I didn't get the chance to look up this brand, but it does appear to be like a vintage Y2K maybe brand, Henna. Junior sizing, size 3, which is another indicator to me that it might be Y2K or 90s. This is a beautiful velvet burnout. If you guys see anything velvet burnout, you definitely want to look it up. Skirt, and I think when I looked at it, it was also like a silk too. I might be wrong about that. I might be getting my burnout pieces mixed up, but beautiful maxi length skirt. It has a different color burnout down here. This is very like whimsy goth, fairy grunge. I think this will absolutely do well. I picked this up for $5. I will at the very least, list that for 40. This is Lucky Brand. This is a size 3X. This is a button-up, kind of oversized, relaxed shirt. This might even have linen in it. Let's see here. If it does, I might list it slightly higher. Nope, it's 100% cotton. I'm going to list this for around 25. I can't usually get more than 25 for Lucky Brand plus size pieces anymore, but they still can be great bread and butter if I get them at a decent price. This one is something I'm trying out. This had a decent sell-through rate. It is Max Studio plus size 1X. Again, I don't try to get 1X very often. Doesn't do as well for me, but I thought this was a substantial enough piece. I paid $3. I'm going to list for 25. Beautiful boho geometric prints, and it has a little tie front to it as well. So I'll list that for 25. Another plus size piece. This is a Catherine's size 3X. Got a lot of 3X pieces. This one I paid $4. It is like a combo connected tank top cardigan situation. It has a beautiful purple ombre. I used the keyword fairy with this one because of that purpley hazy look to it. I might list that one at like 27, 28 because it's a little bit more of a substantial piece. This one's another factor stacking. I don't normally get this brand in plus sizes, and it's also a 1X, Liz Claiborne, but I thought that this piece was really good. I'm not going to button this right now. I paid half price, so I paid $2. It is a bow front, beautiful satiny floral over exaggerated bishop sleeve blouse. So yeah, I thought that would do really well. I'm still only going to list that, like I said, for about 25 bucks. This is a crinkle top, which crinkle texture and plus sizes tends to do pretty well for me. I just gotta, make sure to put it in the title. Maggie Barnes, size 3X. This brand, Maggie Barnes, I usually only get in 2X and up. There's just not enough value there. Like, you're really stretching some of these plus size brands to get $25 for them. So you've got to make sure all the factors are there. This is a crinkly jacket. It's got the dark colors, very vibrant, perfect for this upcoming season. I paid $4. I'm going to list that for 25. This is another larger size, Catherine's 4X. I don't normally get like t-shirty stuff, but because this was a 4X, plus it had some sequiny fall leaves on it, and it was 3/4 sleeve, I thought it would do well. I paid $2 for this. I'll list it for $25. Same thing with this one. I paid $2 for this as well, and we'll list for $25. Exact same situation. Had this just been a plain shirt, I might not have gotten it. You guys are getting all the plus sizes up front. I promise there's more stuff than just plus sizes. This is Craft and Borrow. Sometimes I like getting it in plus sizes if it's a trendy enough piece or a substantial enough piece. This one I paid $4 for, all list for $25. This one is short sleeve, but it does have some really nice print details to it. It is a darker color. And it's like that stretch knit, almost like that Susan Graver feel. And I've noticed that those tops tend to do pretty well. And like I said, I'm gonna list that for $25. Here's another Lucky Brand top. This was half off, so I paid $1.50. 2X, long sleeve, beautiful embroidery. This I am also, again, only gonna list for $25. I can't seem to get more than that. This one I've got to look up because this is not a brand that I normally get because it doesn't perform well for me. But I've never found it in plus size and like Southwestern like this. Chaps Ralph Lauren size 1X. But it is a sweater vest. It is longer length and it is very Southwestern Aztec-y. And it has like a button front. I'm actually going to button this so our listeners don't miss it. For all of those reasons, I think my gut wants to tell me 35 to 40, but again, I'm going to have to do an actual comp on it. This was also half off, so I paid $3. And yeah, I think I'm going to end up listing it for 35 to 40, but I'll check comps. If I'm completely wrong, at the very least, we'll list it for 25. All right, because I have been doing so well selling plus sizes and my gut like factor stacking in this particular category has done so well, I am branching out to some brands that do not exactly have 100% sell-through rate, and I'm going to try to sell them to see what factors will sell in them. And I got them at a very low cost, $2. So this is Woman Within. I'm pretty sure this is a Walmart brand. This is a 3X, which is the main reason I got it, and I paired it with a print. It's just a short sleeve t-shirt, but it had like a 50% sell-through rate, I think, in the 3X. I'm gonna list it only for 20 because I wanna see if it'll move. Exact same situation with this, Woman Within, size 3X. Like, oh, this one's actually 3/4 sleeve, so that might do a little bit better. I might list this one for 25. I paid $2 for that one as well. And this one's also Woman Within. There were a lot of Woman Within. I only ended up getting these few because the other ones didn't have enough factor stacking. Size 3X. This one, I don't know if it's linen or cotton, but it is a little bit more thicker material. And it is a full button, kind of like cottagecore peasant-y top with some pleating details here. I paid $3 for this. I'll probably list that one for 25, and I'll have to let you guys know how it goes. Oh, I did get one more piece. This one is a 4X, so it's a little bit larger. It is more of a plain piece, so we're going to see how this goes. I'll probably only list this one for 20. I paid $3 for it. It's a darker blue Y-neck t-shirt with some, I don't know what you call that, lattice details maybe in the front. Like I said, I'll probably only list that one for 20. This is also not a brand that I typically get, but we are plus size factor stacking. This is a 24W. I paid $5 for this. It's a beautiful red satin button up. I thought this would be perfect for the holidays. And it is new with half of a tag, so new with tags. I'm probably going to list that one for around $28. All right, one bag down, a million more to go. This is another Lucky Brand size 2X. This is a waffle thermal top. I paid $3 for it. Same thing, I'm gonna list that for 25. All All right, we are coming up with some more not plus size pieces for you guys. All right, this one, actually everything at this store was, I feel like I'm missing a bag. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not missing a bag. I feel like I am. Well, anyways, everything at this store was 99 cents. Like I said, I walked in on accident to a sale and I was like, okay, let's do this. So a lot of bread and butter from there as well. This one is Lands' End. The brand has rubbed off, but it is Lands' End, and Lands' End plus size pieces do very well for me. This is a 2X. It is a dress, which I'm trying to be more picky with because we're moving into colder weather, but it is a very thick, stretchy, like almost scuba feel material. 3/4 length sleeve, nice, beautiful pink print. So I think this should do well. I might even, there's no material tag, but it's definitely nylon. I'm just wondering if maybe I should list this as like a cover-up kind of situation, because I know that those do well. But regardless, I'm probably going to list that for about $25. And like I said, I paid 99 cents for that. This is a style-based pickup. This is just Christopher & Banks, but it's a size large, and it's very cottagecore, dainty inspired, and it has the baby doll silhouette. So that is the main reason I got it. That is this silhouette right here. Try not to cover up the mic. So for those reasons, I grabbed it, even though it is sleeveless. I'm going to list that for $25, which is where I put a lot of my style-based pickups, unless they're like a fairy dress or something. All right, this one is by Soft Surroundings. This one I found in the plus size area, but it's actually one size. And this is a beautiful, very gorgeous kimono style with some side slits. I love the color details of this. I think I'm actually going to put this on a live show. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to toss that down there. All right, this is a style-based pickup. This is not a brand I know, Brittany Black, but the reason I got it was because it is a little fairy skirt. It's got some like shimmery details on it. It's got some like asymmetric seams. I'm probably only going to list that for $25. Normally I'd list a fairy skirt a lot higher, but that's a shorter length, so we're going to list that for $25. JJO plus size. This one is a size 2X. This is sleeveless, but it is like a darker fairy grunge print to it. So for that reason, I went ahead and grabbed it. I'll probably only list that for $20 to $25 just because it is sleeveless. This is a brand I looked up recently. It is Bum Equipment. It is a vintage brand. This one's actually women's. Size 1X tank top. I've picked up men's stuff before that has done well in this vintage brand, so we're going to see how this goes. At the very least, I'll list this for $25. Ooh, pulling from the wrong bag. More plus size stuff. This is a Catherine size 2X fairy-like top. I'm telling you. Fairy is the new keyword of the year. I am going to list that for $25. This is another plus size. This is Maggie Barnes, size 2X. This one also has like dark floral fairy grunge details to it. And it's also that stretchy slinky knit. I'll list that for $25. Another plus size top. This is Catherine's 2X. Also could be considered fairy for all the dark, like foresty greens. And it also has those different dainty beading and stuff there. $25 for that. This one is a brand I do like getting in plus sizes. I'm pretty picky. It's got to be like a lot of factor stacking. Zach and Rachel. This is a flutter sleeve plaid top. It's like a darker, more muted color plaid is the main reason I got it. I might list that one for $20 just to make sure it moves with the short sleeve. This is a Catherine's 2X plaid button-up top, 3/4 length sleeve, $20 to $25. This is one of my favorite brands to get in plus sizes. It's Kokomo. This one's a size 1X. I'll list this for $25. That brand, it doesn't have a 100% sell through rate if you look it up, but it's pretty decent, and it always flips super quick for me. Let me button this one up real quick so you can see it. This is not a brand I get a whole lot either. It's Alfred Dunner, but this is a 20W. Only reason I got this was because it was plus size, and it's not velvet burnout, but it has that burnout look to it, which again is very, very trendy. Nice like fall orange color, and it has these really pretty buttons as well. I might list that one a little bit higher at like $30. This is an Abercrombie & Fitch men's muscle polo. I only got this because it was cheaper, because it does have a decent sell-through rate, but they only go for like $15-20. I'm gonna list this one for $20 because it's a size extra large. We'll use the keywords Y2K and preppy with that. This is another Alfred Dunner. It is a size 2X, also very fairy inspired, dark floral paisley button up. Button up is another one. That factor really adds value in a plus size piece, really any piece, but definitely plus sizes. I'm gonna list that for $25. This is a Catherine size 2X top. This one's less substantial and going out of season a little bit more because it's short sleeve and kind of tropical, but it does have some darker colors to it that I think will pull it through. I'll probably list that for $20 just to make sure it moves. This is another Catherine's. This is a size 3X, very trendy, nice browns with some gold textured embroidery. $25 for that. This is also very fairy inspired. Christopher & Banks size 2X. Just very nice purple textured details, very artsy. $25. What are you? Oh, it's another Zach and Rachel size 1X. Again, with the darker colors. Probably could even use keyword fairy on that as well. Probably only $20 for that one. I picked $20 because that one was a size 1X. It's kind of just like when I'm making up these numbers, my brain's like analyzing the risk, like what factors are increasing, what factors are decreasing value, and where do we meet in the middle. This one's a Catherine size 2X WP. This is a beautiful purple dark floral. Again, very trendy for fall. $25 for that. This is one of my favorite new brands for plus sizes. It's Rose and Olive. This brand does really well for me in plus sizes. This one is also going a little bit out of season, very tropical. So I'll probably list this one at $20 just to make sure that that moves. All right, this one is not plus size. I actually found it in the plus size section, but it is no, is it? No, it's a women's shirt. I was thinking it was a men's. It's a women's shirt, which is still great. This is Duluth Trading Company. They're plus size and larger sizes, and the women's department actually do really well. This is a size 2X. It's a fishing shirt, and it's got a really nice novelty print, which I thought it was men's, and that would have been great as well because any novelty print in Duluth seems to do good. This one has like some gardening details to it. It's like that stretchy nylon. I need to actually look this one up because gardening stuff in Duluth before, when I've gotten it, has done very well. I'm guessing at least $25 for that, but maybe closer to $40. All right, I got a pair of shoes. These are a vintage, like Y2K kind of style. They have a very interesting shape, which I've noticed has been very trendy recently. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you, but it's Newport News. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. It's a sock boot with a very chunky, interesting heel. So I use the keyword chunky heels. This also has like a black denim look to it, which I thought was kind of cool because denim kind of goes along with like country glam and stuff like that. I'll probably list those. I think I was going to list those kind of high. Probably around maybe 60 bucks. We'll see. This is another plus size. This is Coldwater Creek. I don't get this brand a whole lot. It's going to be a more substantial piece. It is 2X, and it is a multicolor, again with the deep colors cardigan. Open knit too, so that should do well. I'll probably list that one around like $25, $28. Joe found a couple things for me. You know how they're the one, it's when they bring you stuff at the thrift store and they commit to learning enough to actually find stuff for you. I did pay up for this one. I paid 10 bucks. This is a Patagonia Cinchilla, but it is a vintage one. And typically in Patagonia, vintage stuff does better because the colorways, you know, you can't find them a whole lot. I don't know what this one's going to go for. It's very Gorp Core vibes. It's like a bright, like yellowy orange. It does need, I don't know if it needs treated or it's probably just going to be like that. But it does have like a small spot on the zipper here. But I still think that it should do really well. And it has some like netting details inside, and it has some really cool contrast purple zipper pulls. So I'm gonna have to look that up and try to figure out the exact color. There are some colorways in vintage Patagonia stuff that takes an item like that from like at least $40 probably for that, all the way up to like $200. So if you find vintage Patagonia Cinchilla stuff, definitely look up the colorway of it. And then he also found me this guy, which is a men's Lululemon shirt, and he didn't even keep it. Can you believe that? He keeps everything else. I couldn't believe it that he didn't keep this one, but he said he had enough. I'm trying to look for the size on this. I don't see one, but it does look like it is a larger, like size large, maybe extra large, black men's t-shirt, so that should do good. And they did not realize what they had because they priced it for $2. All right, coming near the end of this haul, this is a vintage American Eagle. Joe also found this. I paid $5 for this. It's a men's size extra large. I think he's actually going to try it on and see if he wants to keep it. But it's like a denim shirt jacket with an interesting denim contrast collar, nice plaid details. Very trendy piece. Like I said, he's going to try that on. And if he doesn't want it, I will sell it because it is something I think will sell. I don't know. I'd have to look that up, but I would guess about $30 to $35. He also found me a Sir Pendleton. If you guys ever see men's Pendleton stuff, especially if it's got a style name, definitely look it up. The men's wool pieces do very well. It does have a teeny tiny, it's not a hole, but it is like, it's the beginning of one right there. But I got it anyways because very great sell-through rate. I sold these all through summer, which was crazy. So I'm sure in fall and winter, they're going to do even better. But these generally sold for about $40. I paid $6. Joe also found me these. What a good guy. This was half off, so I paid $2.50. This is vintage Abercrombie and Fitch. They are a pair of pajama women's pants, but they're very Y2K and on trend, so I think they should do well. My gut tells me $30 to $35 on these, but I need to actually look it up because I didn't look up pajama pants by them. I've only sold the sweatpants. A couple more pieces here. This is another style-based pickup. This is Style & Co. I would not memorize this brand, but this is a larger size and a size 14. And it is a very gorgeous, let's see here, velvet. We've talked about velvet before. It's got the jewel tones. It is 3/4 sleeve, but it's got kind of like a bell sleeve, giving very like fairy grunge, whimsy goth vibes. And it does also have these beautiful artsy details to it. And I really just loved the color of this. I think it is so on trend. I am going to probably list this one for around $35, $40. Use some really great keywords for it, but I love the color on that. So good. And the last piece Joe also found, he found some really good stuff this time. He found me a pair of Ted Baker London, which is a designer brand, men's pair of jogger pants. I can't tell if these are pajamas. They appear to be actual jogger pants. And they also have the TB logo there, and joggers, and blue. And they're in great condition. So I need to look these up, but I was like, Ted Baker men's joggers, absolutely, I'm gonna get those. I would guess probably at least 35, maybe even a lot more because it is designer, so we will see. I paid $5 for this. These actually need a wash. There's a spot on the front. But I would imagine they're probably, like I said, gonna sell 30, 35 bucks, if not much, much more. But that is the end of this thrift haul. I've got many more thrift hauls to film tonight. I have been, like I said, thrifting my butt off, so I hope that you guys are enjoying these. If you're not already and you want to be notified when more thrift hauls go live, make sure to subscribe down below, hit the notification bell, and then hit all. You'll be notified every single time I post a video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.